You're now tuned into Mind Over Matter, where we don't just talk. We think, we learn, and we grow. There are some documents in history that don't just sit on shelves. They sit in the shadows of the world that came after them. Not because the words survived, but because the mindset behind them left fingerprints on everything that followed. One of those documents was the Code Noir, not the text itself, but the philosophy it represented. A blueprint of control, a hierarchy written into law, a system designed to shape society from the top down and leave everyone else fighting for space inside it. The Code Noir was built on one idea: decide who belongs, decide who doesn't, and control the movement, culture, and future of the people placed at the bottom. Today, the laws are gone, but the patterns still echo. You see it in who gets watched more closely, who gets questioned more quickly, who gets fewer chances to fail, who gets fewer opportunities to rise. Not because the Code Noir still exists, but because systems built on hierarchy don't disappear just because the ink fades. Back then, movement was controlled with passes. Today, it's controlled with access. Access to neighborhoods, access to resources, access to opportunity. Back then, culture was restricted by force. Today, it's restricted by perception. What's professional? What's acceptable? What's too much? Different tools, same pressure. The Code Noir regulated families: who could marry, who could stay together, who could be separated without warning. Today, no law says that, but the aftershocks show up in housing instability, economic pressure, and the weight placed on single parents who were never meant to carry the load alone. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does leave cracks in the foundation. The Code Noir made sure wealth flowed one way. And when a system runs like that long enough, it creates a gap that doesn't close on its own. Generational wealth, generational debt, generational access, generational absence. Not because anyone today wrote the rules, but because the rules written back then shaped the starting line for millions. So the question isn't, is the Code Noir still here? It's not. The question is, what parts of its logic still show up in the world we live in? Where do we see echoes of control? Where do we see shadows of hierarchy? Where do we see the residue of a system designed to divide? And more importantly, how do we break the echo without repeating the silence? Understanding history isn't about blame. It's about clarity. It's about seeing the blueprint so we can build something better, because the Code Noir was a document of restriction. But our generation has the chance to write a new code, one built on dignity, access, opportunity, and truth. This is Mind Over Matter, where we don't run from history. We learn from it, we grow past it, we rise above it. And we build the world the old world tried to prevent. If this message moved you, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit subscribe for more truth, more clarity, and more Mind Over Matter.